Hello guys! Welcome to another episode of the Flamish Experience. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming, of course. Who do we have in the chat already? It doesn't seem to be too much going on at the moment, but we'll maybe spice it up a little while we're talking about certain things here. Like Masuko is already here. So yeah, another Sunday, another show, of course. The Flemish Experience, you know how it is. No topics, just talking, having a fun time for 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, 3 hours. I don't know how long we're going to pull it this time, but we'll see. So first of all, we have someone from over the pond, someone from far away, actually, from Europe, on the other side of the globe. And his name is Spooky Sprocket.
Hey, how you going, guys? How you going? I'm here in Australia. It's been a pleasure to come on the show and talk games with you guys.
Yeah. Not only games, we can discuss about anything we want here. So if you want to talk about something, just bring it up during the show, and we'll discuss it. So it's everyone's show here. Even the chat can also chime in if they want to. That's always cool. So, and then of course we got Clowns, my regular buddy by this point in time. So how you doing? Okay, we'll come back to Clowns in a little bit, I guess. Or he muted himself and don't know. So, Anime Devil, how are you doing, man?
Hello. I'm very good, sir. Thank you again for having me on, as usual. It's an absolute honour every week to join you. And I have to say a massive thank you for Spooky Sprocket for getting up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. to come and join us. And Clowns, as usual, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
When he's unmuted, of course.
Yeah, we'll have him on a little bit later, I guess. When he's back, he's gonna be, I'm here. That's the first thing he will say. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do have like one topic a little bit. So not everybody knows yet, but I bought myself a PlayStation 5 this Friday. I'm not gonna say how I got it. I don't think everybody needs to know that. My friends do know. I'm not too proud of it myself, but I could not wait anymore. Basically, I think that's enough of a hint to know where I'm getting at. And it's been amazing so far. I don't know if you guys have a PlayStation 5 or gonna get one soon. Spooky, what about you?
Yeah, I'm getting one soon. Yeah. I've just got to wait for more stock down here.
Do you have the same problem over there with stuff like scalpers and low amount of consoles?
Yeah. Same thing as most of the rest of the world. A lot of scalpers as well bought up initially. So yeah, people out here are holding for waiting for the stores to stock back up again.
Okay, yeah. It's so hard these days, like especially now the chips are on low demand as well. That I've read somewhere or heard. I don't know where it came from. I think it was with Clown's new show or something. But yeah, it's sad, man. Even for me, there was basically someone that pre-ordered a console, but he forgot he pre-ordered it. So he didn't know he was gonna get it, and then all of a sudden he got a message, and then we talked to each other, and yeah, I bought it from him. So that's what happened. But hey,
Wow,
I got my PlayStation 5 controller, and it's different. I'll tell you that. My fingers hurt sometimes a little bit from the special triggers, so I don't know if I like it that much though.
No, it's still undecided on the controller, yeah.
Yeah, it is cool though. It is cool, like if you have the little guys running around with the Astro's Playroom, the new one on PlayStation 5, you can feel like if you do this, the dropping down from left to the right. That's a cool feature. I do love the triggers as well, but it's just weird, like that you wanna pull it more, and you think you're gonna break it sometimes. Because you're pulling hard, and then it feels like it has a little bit like of a give at the end. So it feels like it will break at one certain point in time, from my opinion.
I have a question on your PlayStation, Flamish.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not too personal. It's not too. Don't worry. Did you happen to steal it off a baby? I'm just curious because remember
clowns.
a baby stole mine.
So-
A baby stole my Series X. So I want to know if you got even and found a baby, kicked that baby, and took his PlayStation.
Well, first of all, I'm too positive for all that stuff. I would never kick a baby. That's maybe your doing in your fantasy world, class, not in mine. Like, no, I would never do anything to baby. If he wants to play PlayStation 5, I'll be like, hey man, you can have, man. Just enjoy. I will be happy that another person that's young of age would actually play PlayStation or an Xbox or whatever console he prefers. So, Mama rocks. Welcome. As
Welcome
well. Yeah.
to the Flamish
Hey, Mama
Experience.
that rocks. Thanks for coming in.
There you go, Mama.
So, Anime Diva, what about you?
What was the question? Sorry, go on. I had to pop off a second. Just
PlayStation 5.
I had forgotten my glasses. Silly me.
Yeah, the
and they were
reflective
over the-
glasses. I can see it. Like
Yeah.
you can see the screens.
That's all right. I have. Otherwise, if I didn't put my glasses on, I would have a headache within 10 minutes. There you go. Maybe you can see yourself in them if you want. Yeah, PlayStation 5. I really want to buy a PlayStation, but I haven't even got hold of the Series X yet, so that's not on my priority list, to be fair.
Well, I think the Series X will be a little bit closer to get.
To be fair, Microsoft have announced that you're not going to be able to get a good supply until June this year. June.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
So-
see? That's the
Yeah.
reason why I bought my PlayStation right now. I do want to wait for a couple of months. Even if I'm number 100 on the list of pre-orders, it's still gonna be like multiple months before they get to me. Because it is such a low demand. I did want to wait.
And
Yeah,
I'm guessing,
so,
PlayStation's going to be the same, is it?
What you? Sorry?
I was going to say, is PlayStation in the same boat? Like, are they going to be around June and that for more as well?
I haven't seen an announcement, to be fair, but I would think because they started production a lot earlier than Xbox, I think PlayStation are going to be more readily available than Xbox.
So what I've seen from demands, right? I mean, Clowns gave me a link to. I'm actually going to Twitter as we speak. I'm going to Clowns' things. Sometimes this happens on the fly, guys. You just have to excuse me. So at a loss, right?
good.
The PlayStation 5 is being sold at a loss. That was the article. So at the moment, there's been 4.5 million units sold, right? By the end of December. So what they're trying to do is so I think I read something they want to have like so 14.8 million PS5s they want to sell in the next physical year, but they're gonna sell like 7.6 million units by the end of this current one. So at the end of the year we will sell like 7.6 million more units. So that's not a lot, but it's still a lot, right? So I would think it's still gonna be scarce for a long while. I think PlayStation is gonna be more scarce because they have two different versions of the same console. And the digital version is not getting really that much traction from PlayStation themselves because they want to sell the disc version more to people. So I don't see it coming in a good spot for a long while, especially 5-6 months. So yeah, that's what I think about that, Spooky.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't see it being readily available, at least for another four or so months, 5 months even. Could be longer. We don't know.
Well, do remember if there's 120 million consoles of PlayStation 4 and at least half of those wanna take over to PlayStation 5, right? Let's say half, right? That's still multiple years of waiting for consoles, you know? So I think it's
Exactly.
gonna be a while. I think it's gonna be a while. Even for Xbox as well, they're gonna say by June. Like they know their numbers, of course, but I think it's gonna be a little bit longer, in my opinion. Um, mm,
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like this pandemic's slowing down anytime soon, so that's kind of halting everything up, I guess.
Oh yeah, how is that over there in Australia? I haven't heard too much about that. So,
Yeah, it's kind of been off and on. Like the minute we've opened things up, then one of the states down here will go into lockdown. At the moment, I think we've had Western Australia go back into lockdown again.
yeah.
Victoria just recently came back out of their third lockdown. We've had two where I am in Queensland. So yeah, it's we had the UK strain hit here recently. And I've heard of a few other strains that have popped up around the place just listening to the news.
Wow.
So it keeps just transforming, I guess, and just getting, stronger with each iteration.
Yeah, and there's nothing really to do much about it than keeping yourself more safe. That's the only
Yeah.
thing you can do, and that's what everybody should do. Especially there in Florida, where Clans lives, like they don't even want to wear masks that much, from what I've heard from him. So I honestly hope it gets better, but at the moment it just feels it's getting worse, and it will
Yeah,
take some time.
exactly.
It will take some time.
I mean, they've made it mandatory down here. You can't leave your actual front gate of your house without wearing your mask. Otherwise, you cop a massive fine. Yeah. So
That's a good
they're
thing.
cracking right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do not go outside without one, to be fair. It's not mandatory. Well, outside it's not mandatory, but personally, I believe that we should. So I want to protect me, my family, and all those around me. So I always wear one regardless.
Yeah, for me it's a little bit like when I'm biking towards my job, which I do every day, right? I don't come across many people, so I don't like to wear one because my glasses fog up and I can't see stuff without my glasses. So I got a little bit of an issue there when I'm biking, that I need to breathe, of course, and sometimes it's a little bit hard with the mask I use because they're really good. Like the I bought them some time ago, but they're really closed off, right? But the problem is that breathing is a little bit hard when you're biking as well, then, because I breathe harder and then my glasses fog up, so it's a little bit annoying about that. But for all the other stuff, as soon as I get out of the car or I get off my bus, because my bus is closed off in the beginning of where I sit, right? So no one can get near me. Yeah, then it's always wearing mask for sure. I mean, it's the most important thing. Our buses get cleaned as well, so we don't have to worry about that. Like every morning, we get like a patch, like of a tape that we know our bus is cleaned, with some alcohol-based product, right? Stuff like that. So that's always good to know. But yeah. By the way, Mama Rocks, I wanted to tell you I found some new candy. I know she's always excited about my candy things. And this is, of course, the candy bowl Flamish, you know. So we got some new stuff called Frutella. Oh, hold on. Let me turn off my my blur, because I don't like the blur with this. There we go. So see, this is what they call Frutella Explosion. So basically what this is, and I'm gonna show you one.
Excuse me.
I do like to talk about my candies. I will buy those American candies soon, and I will show them off like a Jolly Rancher and stuff. Maybe I'll do a video. So basically, when you break this open, there's like a hole in the middle, and in that hole there's sour, like crushed in. So that's a really, really good candy, by the way. Really good candy. I will eat that a little bit later, so I don't let it go to waste, of course. And then the other one I have is a French candy, which is with different colors, and it's like something soury, but still very sweet. And it's called Alecoin. So I tried to read off to clowns, and that was really funny. So that's just an in between. And let's go back to the
Good
brew.
little,
Yeah.
good little snack.
Of course, I need my snack, Spooky. You have no idea. Like, okay, maybe just show it off a little bit. You know, I have my snack corner. It's basically, I do have my candy bowl, guys. I do have my candy bowl. You don't have to say that I don't have my candy bowl. My candy bowl is over there. So, and my glass with some soda and stuff. So I do have a candy bowl. Just not the regular normal candy that I normally have. So Spooky.
No, I have a question. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have a question.
Oh, he pops in there. He has a question.
Yes, my dog was barking, so I couldn't ask the question. So, Flamish, we heard on a previous episode of the Flamish Experience, I believe, the reason why you shaved your beard when it was a little bit longer because you ate some chicken and you didn't like, what happened afterwards. So, as a fellow,
Did you find a bone in there?
no,
just
it
a
wasn't
regular
that.
piece of chicken. It was horrible.
So, as a fellow bearded friend, that's never really truly happened to me unless, something with a milkshake or something. You drank it sideways in it, but usually it doesn't happen. So I want to ask our fellow friend, Animated Evil. I don't know, Spooky Sprocket, do you have a beard as well?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. So, Animated Evil, did you ever have any problems with leftovers in your beard that made you want to shave your beard?
I'll be honest. No. I tend to get it in the mouth rather than everywhere else. I'm a fully grown adult, so I can control where my food goes. I'm even big enough to not need a bib as well, so I don't get it on my clothes or anything.
Well, I will say that I do sometimes when I go to like lobster places, I do need a bib because I get like a little crazy with that butter sauce. So I will say I do use a bib sometimes, but other than that, that's that was my question. And Flemish, back to the Flemish Experience host over there. Sorry for that question that took too long. But I love your candy bowl. It's your candy bowl's looking good now, Flemish.
Well,
you got a lot of variety in there.
It's a nice candy bowl now. It's a shiny red candy bowl. Candy square, like a metal box. Got it from the parents of my girlfriend for Christmas. So I'm honoring that as my new candy bowl. So. Well, there is a towel in there as well. And I still got a package of chips in there as well that's empty. So I need to clean that a little bit. Masuka. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Before I interrupted you, you were going to ask Spooky Sprocket a question.
No, I was.
I'm going to just pop to chat and say Masuko says when he thinks about Belgian delicacies, he thinks about honey waffles.
Honey waffles. Maybe I'll
What
get
is a
some
honey?
honey. I'll get some honey.
What's honey waffles? Is that just a waffle with honey on?
It's not actually honey waffles. It's more like caramel based waffles that I think he's talking about, because there's caramel in between, but it's like honey tasty. I'll maybe show them off someday.
Wait a minute. That brings me to a great question. That's a great topic. Waffles.
Oh no!
Yes.
No topics,
Yes.
Clown, just a conversation.
Yeah. Okay, conversation. That's a good point. So, my fellow friends on the Flamish Experience panel.
Yes.
Here we go.
Do you or do you not use butter on your waffles or pancakes?
Ooh.
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
I don't eat either of those, so it is what it is. I don't eat. No, I don't eat sweet things really. So no, it's not my thing.
Flamish, can you explain why I asked that question?
Well, basically, clowns, you asked me that. You asked the panel that question because we in Belgium don't do that as a custom. So our custom, when we eat our waffles, which are giant square ones, right, like rectangular. I'll actually show a picture on my phone while we're talking about it. So just give me a moment. I'll search for it because I gave clowns a couple of weeks ago a picture of my waffles. By the way. we do talk more about other stuff than just so this is basically how I like my waffles. Oh, hold on, the blur, of course. I don't like the blur. Hold on. So a waffle in Belgium is square. So this is what a waffle looks like in Belgium. The Brussels waffle. It's a giant as a hand. And it's square, rectangular. So when you eat it, and I have to see, I swipe to. This is how we eat it. So strawberries, whipped cream, some powdered sugar, maybe some sauce like chocolate sauce or strawberry sauce. But we don't do syrup on our waffles. We don't do butter on our waffles because that's not how we eat them at all.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do you put ice cream on the waffles?
Yes, we do that.
Would you eat it with ice cream?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, that's beautiful. To eat those with a little bit of vanilla, probably that's like the main things we do. Vanilla, maybe some other stuff as well. But yeah, that's how I like my waffles as well. So.
Yeah, I had to ask that because I put ice cream on mine, so I wanted to make sure I'm doing it right.
Well, you're doing it. It's your own thing, like how you like it. For us as a custom, we don't do syrup, we don't do butter, because in Belgium we don't eat that stuff on our waffles, but also pancakes. Like I heard pancakes with butter and stuff in England or in America, like Lance talks about that, but we don't do that because our pancakes are like thin. They're like almost they're like crepes, very thin.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah. So we don't do butter because they just become too soggy, and I like to have them a little bit crunchy. So we put some brown sugar in there. That's really lovely, and other types of stuff. Also some ice cream. We also have the other savory pancakes where we put some cheese in there, some ham, mushrooms, and other type stuff. So it doesn't have to be sweet only. That's a cool thing.
Nice, savory sounds cool too. You could what you just described, you could actually have for breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually breakfast. Yeah. Normally pancakes are for more like a dessert. We don't do it as breakfast at all. Like breakfast is cornflakes for us with some milk in there, like Special K or honey balls or all that type of chocolate, and bread with some butter spread on it, and then of course some cheese, ham, and all the type stuff. Maybe some buns or something in the morning. That also happens, but nothing sweet, right? So nothing really sweet or really heavy, I would say. I think pancakes are really heavy for breakfast.
Yeah, they definitely can be, especially if you're having them stacked.
Yeah, I've seen those stacks in movies and stuff. That's not my thing. We don't
Too
even
much
know,
flour in the one go.
we don't even know how you're gonna eat that much. I think I eat like 3 pancakes and I'm full when I see those stacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Masuko, what I'm reading, strop waffles, that's the thing. I'll show it off next week. I'll buy some and I'll show it off on stream, and I'll break them on stream so you can see how they look, because they're really cool. and actually he'll be here, so it's gonna be really interesting. So yeah, we can talk about waffles next time as well. But no, what's your breakfast like over there in Australia? Because I don't know too much about Australia. I've seen some documentaries about the animals over there and stuff, and the reserves, but don't know too much about the Australian things, normal ways, how you do stuff over there. So that's actually interesting.
Yeah, we if it's just through the week, usually it's just cereal with a bit of banana or strawberry chopped up on top. Usually on weekends we do the old bacon and eggs, of course, bacon and egg breakfast. So nothing too fancy, just pretty straightforward stuff. Yeah.
And
out in the country areas, you get what they call bush tucker, which is like this sourdough, and they kind of chuck your bacon and eggs and everything in there and put it in cook it in a pastry type thing. So that's not too bad.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, never heard of that. Also, Expert, welcome to the show.
What's going on, people? What is up, Flamish clowns? What is up, animated and spooky guys? I feel really bad right now. I'm playing hooky from work for the first time.
Nobody heard that. Erase that.
Shush! No,
I'm feeling out of place right now. Like I feel like I.
Yeah,
he said he was playing hockey. He was playing hockey, guys.
Hockey.
Yeah. Also, your screen is black.
That's fine.
There's no logo on there.
Hold on, I can fix that. Hold on.
It's gotta fix it, guys.
It's supposed to be your imagination.
No, I want to see the beautiful petal toad. Come on, that's his signature screen over there.
There you go, buddy. There
I want you to never change that, Xbot. First of all, never change
shout out
that.
to the graphic god, by the way, for making that thing. That thing is incredible, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need to say something because nobody else said it yet. Ready? I'm gonna say it. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's the Xbot 448.
I thought I just said that though. Like
No,
literally a minute ago. Yo, animated. You heard me, right? Come on.
No.
No, you did the what's going on, guys. That was it. That's what you did. you missed the second half.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't complete it. All right. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to keep that. You have to keep that tradition, Xbox.
It's the Xbox.
The Xbot 448.
Half a performance. That's all you did, unfortunately.
Yeah. You have to keep that tradition, man.
Now you got a performance and a half. I started with the half, and now I did the complete one. But guys, it's a sad day. It's a sad day for me as a gamer. You know why? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. I've been playing Watch Dogs Legion, and I put on permadeath, right?
Yep.
Perfect way to play.
And I've been using one agent, man. I've been using one agent, and I went in, I customized his clothes. I got this whole atmosphere going with him, and we're going in, we're accomplishing missions, getting stuff done. We get to the Bloom where I have to infiltrate Bloom headquarters, and he gets
no spoilers.
He gets shot to death, and it's permadeath. So now my favorite agent is absolutely gone in the game.
Agent 007.
That sucks, dude. I've been playing that game permadeath since the start, and I still need to go back and finish. I'm halfway through.
The game is so good, man.
Because I put permadeath on immediately. I have been playing so careful, just sneaky here, sneaky there. No, you're not going to shoot my people. And it's been quite good. I have not lost a single agent, and I feel for your brother.
Dude, it was heartbreaking to see the screen just all of a sudden start going black and white, and to see him falling over in slow motion. I'm like, no. Oh man, I felt so bad, dude. But the game is absolute fire. I gotta say, they did such a good job, graphically well put together. The missions, I feel like the missions are really good. They definitely have different twists and turns, so you're not really approaching any mission very similarly to one that you've done before. You might be hacking into cameras to kind of like scope out what you're doing, but then afterwards, like trying to get in there, get into the meat and potatoes of the mission itself. I think they did a really, really good job with this game, man.
I think if you
Yeah.
just go in guns blazing, like sneaky guns blazing, right? With like
How can you go sneaky guns blazing?
Yeah.
well, basically, yeah. I'll try to make up words sometimes. so
Don't tell
give me a
anybody, but
second.
I'm going to
I'll-
shoot you in the face.
We'll sneak up to you and pow pow. Like,
Yeah, I think just sneak up to them and then use your silencer. I think that's the best way to play. Sometimes I feel that's just fast, effective, and not care about killing. I mean, I don't know if there's multiple endings in the game, but when I'm gonna retry the game, yes, clowns, I will play the game for sure sometime in the future after I've dabbled a little bit more into Demon Souls that I'm playing right now, which is hard as nails, by the way. I don't like I don't like Dark Souls games, but that game. But yeah, it's
all you have to do is check some playthroughs on the original PS3 version, and it'll probably get you through on this version as well. So I think you're good.
I don't want to do that too much. I've seen a lot of videos already, how to do beginner stuff, right, and get a little bit of stuff done quickly. But as soon as I can summon someone, I'm gonna ask for help. I want to finish one of these games, so yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
I got you. Well, Flamish, we were in an Xbox Live party before you started this show, and you let me in on a little knowledge on the DualSense controller.
Yes, and I was just talking.
Guys,
I talked a little bit about that.
you did. And did you state how blowing into the controller, it's just basically it's the sound on the mic, and that's pretty much all it's picking up. It has nothing to do with blowing on the controller.
Yes. So actually, I could show this off in 5 minutes if you want on the PlayStation itself and turn my camera around.
Are you asking or are you telling?
Yeah, I could do that. I could do. Well, hold on. I'll turn on my PlayStation 5 and I'll show in 5 minutes what I'm doing. So just continue for a second. I'm gonna switch my TV a second. Just
Okay, so I've got because
I
this
talk,
is
by the way.
because this is the first time I've met Spooky Sprocket. I'd like to ask you, Mr. Spooky, what are you playing right now?
I just finished because I put it up on Twitter the other day. Both Cyberpunk and the Medium. I just got through them both this weekend. The Medium I thoroughly enjoyed. I knew what I was getting into leading into that game. I had no other sort of expectations other than it was going to have like an Alan Wake type feel, where it was more that you were playing out a story, so to speak, instead of so much action like there is in other games. And I got really connected to the character. I thought the ending was brilliant. But no, Bloober team did a fantastic job, especially considering what was their project before it, the Blair Witch. I mean, kind of flopped, was a major flop. But no, that was brilliant. And Cyberpunk, again, it's got so many endings. I got the ending with Pan Am, where you join her up with her crew and you end up leaving the city. But yeah, I didn't have any real dramas like some other people have had with that game on the Series X. Had a few little bugs pop up here and there. I think I only had to reboot the game during gameplay once, where it kind of just got froze, but just rebooted, got back in. But yeah, I actually enjoyed that game as well. Fantastic open world, and I thought they did a pretty good job with it outside, all the mess, all the other mess that we've been hearing about.
Did you know it was a different internal team that did the medium that did Blair Witch. Completely different team altogether.
Yeah, no, I wasn't aware of that actually.
They did a. So there's been a couple of interviews on Major Nelson's podcast with the guys that are heading the medium. So they did it months and months ago, where they discussed what they're doing with the medium and where they were going. And then when it released, they've done, I think it was either last week or the week before, on Major Nelson's podcast, the guys again come back on and said they had a little bit to do with the Blair Witch initially, but then were moved straight to the medium afterwards, and they've never touched it since. So it's not even the same team that made both games.
Oh, well, there you go. And you can tell.
Okay.
You can certainly tell the difference as well.
Are you
Yeah.
guys?
Just
Are you
even
guys
in the
ready?
production of them.
Are you guys ready?
What we're watching? What we're watching?
Okay, hold on. How do I make my screen bigger? Oh, oops. Hold on. So what I'm going to do is try to make myself bigger. That's not working. No. Okay. So I'll just do it like this. People can see, right? Okay. So just tell
People
me.
see, right? Okay.
Just tell me if everything is okay at the moment. Okay. So you see my control, right? So I'm gonna stand over here. There's my controller. Ah!
All right, there's a delay, people. Just yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what I've seen so far is that you can actually sing into your controller, and it does the exact damn same thing. Damn. It would do the exact same thing, like if you would blow into it. So blowing into it is obsolete. Sing your heart out and let the music fly. And
So what that's basically showing me is that it's not really picking up anything when you're blowing, except for the sound hitting the microphone, and that's a little awkward to me because people think like this technology, man, it's seeing that you're blowing onto your controller, but it's not. It's only recording it's only picking up on the sound from wind hitting the controller. You can use sound in any way, shape, or form to use that dual sense in such a way. You see what I'm saying?
So I will tell you what I've seen so far, right? What I've seen so far is this exact same technology as what is used in the 3DS with the blowing into the controller. When you actually use noise in that controller, it did the same thing. In the microphone, right? It's exactly the same thing. So you can just, yeah, a fart sound can also work, Fastback. You're completely true on that one. But I think it's not long enough. One of those long ones, if you want it to work.
I just don't want my controller moist.
It'd have to be a squeaky one.
Or you take a balloon, you blow it up, and you're like. Oh my god, that's hilarious. No, that's just one of the things. The thing is like the triggers, like I said before, it's just like they hurt my fingers a little bit when they are really rough. It is cool, but I'm not sold on the triggers yet. I am sold on the vibrations though. Vibrations are really cool.
And I've heard a few people talk about that they're getting some sore fingers from the triggers as well. I think I was watching the other week Richard from Review Tech USA, and he did his review on the console, and that he found the same thing. It wasn't as comfortable in his hands as other controllers he's used in the past.
Well, it is very comfortable. Also, my girlfriend thinks the same thing. She can actually play with this control because it's so precise, right? It's a really good control.
Yeah.
Just the triggers because there's tension on them sometimes, and I'm not used to using tension with my two index fingers on my controllers. I need to get used to it. If I get used to it, then I'll probably like it a lot more. But I need an adjustment period. I would say I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely something new that they've done as well compared to their past DualShock controllers anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, there's never been
Oh.
a controller that's so hard to press sometimes. It really sometimes is so hard that you have to press that you think you're gonna break it, but it's actually just a controller giving more force that you need to press it. So.
Real quick, while I have animated here and I'm able to talk to him because we haven't gotten into a live party in a while. Yo, animated, I know you're a part of the golf club, the royally majestic golf club that we have started on Twitter with the DM. I will let you know, to be a part of the Off the Tee Society, you're gonna have to go back into the societies and approve the approval that I gave on your first request. I just want to let you know that, yeah, and then you'll be in. And unfortunately, when it comes to Sir X-Man, I accidentally deleted his request, so I have to get him to.
Dude, no! How dare you?
It had reject request right under approve request, and I accidentally went down one too far. And I rejected Sir X-Man's request, so I feel so bad about that.
That's okay, dude. Thank you. Yeah, the community as a whole has been really hammering golf at the moment for some reason. I don't know. We're all at it, aren't we?
How many persons is our guild at the moment? Let's say that it's more like a guild now. It's not really like a community. It's more a guild.
Did we hit 20? Did we hit? Hold on. Let me go check the DM.
Nah, we did hit 20.
And is this with? Can I just ask? Is this with 2K21 golf?
Yes, correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. I just downloaded that yesterday. It actually.
New member.
You have the game. You can now be official. You can officially be a part.
Hold
of
on. I'll
club,
invite them
bro.
immediately. Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah. We've really been hammering it. We've really been hammering this game for a couple of weeks, really. I suppose a month or so.
And it's not slowing down, sir.
It's not. It's no.
I was watching. I think it was Forky and Wilmy were playing it the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, no, but it looks really good. They've done really well with the detail. I thought on a lot of the courses that they've got in the game.
Well,
recreating it.
Do remember, this hasn't got a Series X patch yet.
No, it's using on my Series S. It's still using auto HDR, the actual machine learning HDR. It's slotted for an update too, for a patch for the Series X and Series S. But yeah, no, we're still rocking Xbox One version with auto HDR. And check this out. 18 people in the golf club with names such as Flamish is in there, Tushy Gaming, Italian Clowns, K Mega 405, Crispy Bomb, Cerebral Paul, Animated Evil, Midway Monster, Sir X-Man. We have Spooky Sprocket is now in there. Fork Boy, Predator H2O. Yo, the list keeps going on and on. 18 people, 19 now, and it's just growing, guys. It's growing.
Yeah, just coming. We soon have to start adjusting our gameplay to 2v2 at the same time, like 2 players in one team, because you can have like a 4v4.
You know, Flamish, you read my mind. There is a game mode where you team up 2 versus 2, right? And you each hit the ball, but then you as a team have to decide which location you're gonna continue on through the hole, which ball had the better lie, and you got to keep going from there all the way through 18 holes. I think we should make a tournament off of that mode.
Yeah, we should start doing more stuff.
I'm calling it now. With my skills, I would need to be teamed up with either Midway Monster or Sir X-Man.
I was going to call.
Yeah, with your plus. How much were plus 19, Clowns? Earlier today, you had a plus 19.
Ooh. I know, but we were just rushing through. I didn't really.
Oh, bad. Now I went calling it a rush, huh? Now you're calling it a rush?
Yes. And what?
Basically, let me tell this, guys. So earlier today, we started playing me and Xbot, and Clowns jumped in, and we had like 14 minutes to complete this before I need to prepare the show, which is a half hour before the show that I need to stop. right?
Yeah.
So at 10 before 7.
Yo, Flamish, real quick.
Yeah.
Yo, real
What's up,
quick,
quick?
Flamish. That Mama Rock says, I want in on the golf. She says we need a female in the golf club. Yo, we gotta
true.
make that happen.
She's
Yeah,
we gotta
it's
make
true,
that
it's
happen.
true.
If she has
So-
a game, she can
Come
come
and-
in for
come-
sure. I mean,
Come
we-
and join
we
us,
need-
Mama. Come and
we
join
need
us.
more people. Girls, boys, doesn't matter. We need more people. And for sure, at least one girl can complete our vault of 20. 20 persons.
You
That's
better
a
watch out.
lot.
I have a feeling she has more potential than Flamish does when it comes to this game.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You told me raw potential. I'm speaking true though.
She might come in. She might come in and put us all to shame.
Yeah, maybe she does. I mean, we don't know. She has to play at least one game to see how she does. And what skills she's gonna be on, and it's gonna be interesting. I'm always looking for new people. So
Yeah, Mama. We need you. We need you on here to whoop Flamish's tail every single time you play.
Tail?
That's what's gotta happen.
excuse me, am I a dog
Excuse-
now? Or call me more werewolf. Call me more werewolf. Like that werewolf game.
It just means whoop your ass. That's all that means.
Yeah, I'm trying to
That's
be
all that
nice, man.
means.
I don't
Just
know the
gonna whoop your
rules of
ass.
this channel, so
It doesn't matter. Just be not too unchant friendly. That's called like
he said he was about to say just be yourself, and then he was like, "Oh, actually, on second thought, let's you're doing good the way you are, brother. Just the way you are." Yeah.
Oh man. Oh,
It's okay.
she's
Mum-
judging
Mama
me
says
already.
It's going down. Yeah, you're going down. You're going down, dude. She's taking on the challenge. That's it.
So
And,
you got the game
can
on
I-
the rocks? If
Can
you
I
have the
request
game,
my
I'll
bear
add you
witness to this?
immediately.
Yo, Mama, if you already have the game, let me know. I believe we follow each other on Twitter. Let me know, and as soon as that happens, you are in the club.
Everybody join
No
the
pun
club.
intended, right?
Everybody join the club. Yeah, everybody join the club. We're gonna try to make a golf song. We had some really good ideas. Earlier
Golfing
today
dirty.
as well.
Yeah, we're golfing dirty. We were singing that today, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna maybe we'll make a song out of that. Maybe I can do it during next show.
I
or
got the
something.
stash in my golf bag. Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious when yeah. That's one thing, guys. Like when it comes to the golf club, it's about the game, but it's about more than that. Like you can have 4 people in on at one time on the course, and just the interaction, the jokes, the camaraderie, the friendships, the trash talking as well. Just the overall experience through 18 holes. It's very unique, and because you're not sitting there and aiming for headshots like you're playing Call of Duty and stuff like that. You're still being ultra competitive, but there's like a more laid back approach to it where you can have these conversations with your friends and joke around with your friends and still be ultra competitive in the game. I think that's the hook of this golf game with the club and everybody that's playing right now.
Yeah, and the hard thing about it is it's not actually that easy to master, especially when you put on swing timings. Like you have to swing at the right speed with your stick, like flicking up and down, because if you don't do that, it's gonna go to the left or the right. So
And I'll be the one. I'll be the one when it comes to putting, screaming at the ball like Happy Gilmore. Go to your hole. Why will you not go home?
you're the second
go
person
home.
that says that stuff. There was another person yesterday. Who was that, Clowns? You probably know. What was that?
What?
Fierce?
Fierce was playing some Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, he was playing that.
wasn't he? He was playing
the
clips
party
from
at the
Happy
same
Gilmore,
time.
He was trying to
Dude.
mess you up. Him and Sir X-Man were trying to mess you up.
Yeah,
Dude,
for
every
sure.
time we get on the course, Happy Gilmore and Caddyshack are quoted incredibly throughout 18 holes. Let's be real. Like,
Well,
The
and
thing is
I
with
d-
golf, though,
They are good golf movies.
the thing is, the thing is with the golf game is you go on just to think, right, I need something to chill out, forget it, put my feet up, forget everything that's going on in life, put my feet up and play a little round of golf, and then you get in a group with 3 other people, and all of a sudden you sat forward thinking, I need to win, I need to win. It suddenly gets stressful. It's like, no, that's not what I come on for. But it's so much fun. And I'm sure you guys have experienced exactly the same thoughts as well.
dude, the one time I played with you, animated, you were on a roll in the beginning, and all of a sudden it just turned. It just turned for you, man.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'll admit I had a really bad round with
yeah.
Flamish and Clowns yesterday, but the evening before that, there was me, Clowns, Midway, and Cerebral Paul. It was down to the last hole whether me or Midway won, and I messed up on the last hole, so I was minus 15. I think he got minus 18.
So guys,
Ooh,
I have
You gotta
to
roll
show
it. You gotta
this.
roll with it. You
I have
gotta
to
roll with it.
show this. I did something incredible yesterday. We're down to the last hole of the game, and this happened. In the last hole in the game, I beat Cerebral Paul. Just on the last hole, it was very close, very close. I did not expect this to happen. So yeah, I was very happy with that. Made me.
Yo, he's got pictures. Picture didn't happen. He's like, I got pics. I got screenshots all
I got
day.
my screenshots. I just take
I
up
got
my phone. And...
screenshots from Flamish lost against everybody. So when he went way negative because he didn't understand swing time. So.
Yeah, I didn't understand, but now I'm getting better, man. It's like Xbox always told me. He's like my master, my mentor. He's like, you got raw potential, man. I can see you. In 5 years, you're gonna be the
He's
best.
really hanging on to this Xbox. You better be careful what you
I love
do.
it.
Careful what you tell Flamish. That's it.
I love
He's
it.
running
Yo.
with it. That's it now.
He's my
I
young
mean,
Padawan. He's my young Padawan.
If you told him that he's a future prophet, he might go around saying, Xbox, I'm a prophet! Xbox, I'm a prophet!
The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Ringing a bell and everything.
I can hear you playing the Rocky music when you get dum when you're getting prepared for golf now.
Yo, for real. Yo, Flamish puts a headband on, and I have no idea why. Like, he ties it tight and everything.
He'll go away for a while, and then he'll just bust out AC/DC's Back in Black, you know, and come back stronger than ever.
Dum 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 dum. Shit, wrong zapper. Wrong controller. Shit.
I just said a happy
listen.
tear.
Got the PlayStation one instead. No.
my PlayStation controller still on. Hold on, I need to disable that real quick. Yeah, the battery is actually
the
not
battery
too
runs
bad.
out. So
No, I don't have any problems with the battery so far. But I don't play for 7-8 hours a day, right? In one go. Oh, excuse me. Wow. Sorry.
So
that was very inappropriate.
how far are you from your TV then? How can you plug that in if it runs out? I mean, I'm of the AA gang with my Xbox. I'll be honest. I use rechargeables. As soon as it goes dead, another set goes in. They go on charge. How could you charge that from where you sat? The PlayStation one.
My PlayStation is over there. Actually, I'll show you guys. Come on. I'll show you what's going on.
We're
I
gonna
still
get a
need to
tour.
remove that plastic. But there's my PlayStation, which is a chunky boy. I got my charging port next to that. I got the Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super over there, and the Stargate SG.
holy crap, you got a coffee table on your entertainment stand there.
But
cool.
the charging port is actually, it looks just like the PlayStation. I'm not going to say what it looks like.
I
though.
couldn't.
360 is next to that, and then I got my.
I couldn't deal with that. I really couldn't.
And that's
It's
my
like a-
piano. So
I couldn't deal with
And
that.
that's my piano.
I need my console tucked away to a side under my entertainment center. I've got the Xbox is all stood up and lovely and prominent. It looks awesome, but I couldn't have it that close. I really couldn't.
well, for me, it's just my TV is like 2.5 meters from me. it's like 1.5 length of my person body, and I'm 5.9 as I see in golf. So I actually calculated. So I'm a 5.9. So that times 1.5. That's how far my TV is from my face.
Okay.
So it's actually pretty okay, I have to say. It's a 4K TV OLED, like I always said. So it's actually pretty okay for the distance. You can sit a little bit closer. Normally I should be like 3.5 meters, but
I have to ask the Xbot while he's here.
Uh-oh.
Other than golf, what have you been playing? We've already asked Spooky Spocket what he's been playing, and awesome answers. What have you been playing, Mr. Xbot? Other than golf.
Other than golf. So golf
Yeah.
golf is a done deal right there. But other than that, of course, Watch Dogs Legion. That does take up a lot of my time. Cyberpunk as well. It's been a little while, but it's still kind of like in my rotation. And I gotta say, man, I think the game's getting a bad rap out there. I really do. I'm playing on the Series S, and so far the story is engaging, immersive. The missions are varied, so you don't feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again. At least I don't right now. I'm fairly, I'm in the beginning. I have was it Silverhand? I have him in my head right now. Like just like started that whole thing, and but I really, really like that game. I started Hitman 3 as well, which it's really weird because I'm not used to running so many single player games at once.
Yeah, me too.
So, but I gotta give a shout out to my brother Killer Scorpion who hooked me up with Hitman 3, and he heard on next podcast that I was a fan. Just really couldn't swing it at that point in time. I'm a pretty big Hitman fan. I love having the variety on like taking out a contract, and the replayability for a game that's single player. The replayability in Hitman is absolutely stupendous because you go in and you take out a contract and you figure it out, like you drop like this huge lighting setup on them, but while you were setting that up, you saw that there was like you could take over as a bartender, and they're like,
Yep.
hey, put poison in this drink, and you're like, yo, where do I get the poison at? And like, how does that all come about? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
before you know it, you're playing the same level like 8, 9, 10 times and taking them out in different ways each and every time. So I really like that aspect of the game.
also Xbox, it's not true that you can play the first and second game as well.
Because you bought them, yeah.
Yeah, and in the first and second game you have like multiple objectives or something during a mission that you have to complete but that takes over different plays, right?
Well, they have multiple objectives. Like when you have a contract, like when you get down there, like say you'll overhear your contracts, like say head of security talking about information that's kept on a laptop, and now all of a sudden you have a side objective to gather that intel and grab that information as well as taking out the contract. And it can get pretty hairy when you're trying to do all the objectives, and what you want to do to take out the contract is also time based as well. Like you say, like I said, dropping like this whole light setup on the person. You only have a certain amount of time for when they get onto the stage. They're only onto the stage for a certain amount of time. And then once they get off the stage, that way to take them out is no longer on the table.
Yeah, so you have to restart the level if you want to try that again. Maybe find different way. It's like trial and error, basically.
Yeah, but it's so cool. And there's different animations. I pushed a guy off of a skyscraper.
Is that the mission in Dubai in the first one? The first.
That's
mission?
the first one. The first one, yeah. And it's the first one. I got the papers, and I took out the guy that was supposed to be his main kind of like bodyguard while he was at this event for the skyscraper's opening, and he wanted to see how good I was with a knife, right? Because he said that really tells a lot about a man in terms of guarding and protecting and stuff. So he brings me up to like almost the very top of the skyscraper, and he has like these targets, and he wants me to throw the knives at these targets. So I knock out all the targets and everything. And he's like, yes, you are good. And he told the other bodyguard that he can leave. So once he left, he went over and he really kind of looked at where the targets were and stuff. So while he was looking at that, I just kind of kicked him in the butt, and he just flew off.
Yeah, I pretty much did the same in that mission too. Just threw him off the edge.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he said something about his dad and knives and hunting and all this stuff. Like, there's this whole dialogue, and each time you try to do something different, there's different dialogue from these people as well. So it immerses you into what you're doing, and it immerses you into different ways of what you're doing each and every time, with different dialogue and different ways that you're going about taking your contract out. They did a really, really good job with kind of like I guess you could say the reboot of Hitman, although I hear that this is only a trilogy.
Yep.
So there's no guarantee that they're coming out with another Hitman, like a Hitman 4 or anything like that after this.
Well, maybe
No, but they're doing James Bond, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're doing 007, so
that'll be the takeover right there. I see. Maybe they'll
And they're
do
looking
it
to
like
do a trilogy of that too, I read.
oh, of course they are. Yeah.
Just
They've got to.
imagine a real James Bond espionage series like in Hitman. Ooh.
It depends. To be fair, I do not. 007 needs its own thing. I do not want a Hitman reskinned.
Yeah, we need those
with a guy with hair.
good job.
We need
Good
the
job.
I
girls.
agree
with you, man.
The girls.
I do know apparently they're not designing James Bond after any of the previous actors.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, they're
too-
not?
That's actually
No.
too expensive.
Dude, that's unfortunate, because as a kid growing up, I actually I went to a James Bond convention in New York City, and at that point in time, Pierce Brosnan was James Bond, and I got to meet him, Q, and the Bond girls.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
Well, Expert, you walk
everyone-
away with any phone numbers?
No,
for everyone
unfortunately.
here on the panel about James Bond, which is your favorite one? And
Dude, Sean Connery all
I'll-
day. Yo,
I'll-
there's no arguing.
I'll go. Well, no, because it all James Bond all depends on how old you are. The James Bond you saw on TV is the one you think is James Bond. So for me, born in the 80s, Roger Moore.
yeah,
I've got two favourites.
okay.
Sean Connery and Roger Moore.
And
I think
for
they're
what
the best
reason?
two.
The thing is, for me, it's Pierce Brosnan.
Well, for me-
What's the name of the actor for the one now?
Daniel
Daniel
Craig.
Craig.
He's actually I like him. Is that the main consensus out there? Most people do like him, or they don't like him. Like,
When he first started, I know there was a bit of backlash. Everyone was like, "Oh, why are they going with a blonde James Bond all of a sudden?" You know, and that's what it was really made about. It was made about the color of his hair. And I thought, "Are you kidding me? Like, who cares?"
It's James Blonde.
Bond, yeah, I mean, Bond's just a code name. Bond's just a code name. They
Yep.
can put anybody in that spot. I mean, I was even reading rumors for a little while there that they were considering, putting a woman in the role eventually as James Bond. After Daniel Craig decides to hang it up totally, but
That's not
that'd
what
be
James
out of the
Bond
box.
is about, though. James Bond also
It's-
has he's like a lady
Yeah.
killer. That's always been the case.
So I'd be interested if they ever did that and flipped the switch and flipped it around.
Nah, I don't think that's gonna go over well with the audience of James Bond, though. Maybe new viewers, okay, but all the fans,
Older
that already
viewers,
love-
yeah, I can see.
I don't think they're gonna like that. It feels also because it has to be a female sometime, right? Because
Yeah, exactly.
equality or something that maybe they don't think that way, and then next person has to be female again, so we have at least a few more movies of female James Bonds. I don't see it going over well.
You do see the thing is as well though. People forget that there was a in 1966 there was a spoof of James Bond that starred David Niven. I'm sure you've all not heard of it and don't know of it, but it was
Yeah,
called
no.
Casino Royale, and it was a sort of a comedy version. But if you look at the drawings from the author who did James Bond, David Niven is the sort of the embodiment of what James Bond is supposed to look like. Would you believe? There's a little unknown fact for you.
Well, there you go.
Okay, I didn't know.
There
Like
you go.
I don't know too much about James
So
Bond.
yeah, Ian Fleming drew, or someone drew in one of Ian Fleming's what in his books what James Bond should look like, and in the early '60s they decided that David Niven was the closest approximation of James Bond, and they made a spoof movie called Casino Royale.
And then they made
Wasn't
a
very
James
good,
Bond
I'll be
movie
honest.
called Casino Royale.
Casino
as well.
Royale many years later, yeah.
They certainly did. They certainly did. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
And I really like that one too. Casino
Oh,
Royale.
no.
I really like that movie.
The worst James Bond has to be the one that only got to play him once, which I'm pretty sure was an Australian actor by the name of George Lazenby.
Yep.
Just terrible in the role.
Majesty's,
Just absolutely
on a
terrible.
Majesty's Secret Service, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Sean Connery was taking a break at the time, or he'd stopped because they got him back. I think, what was it, either after that or after Roger Moore, before Timothy Dalton or something took on the role, and then Pierce Brosnan came, obviously.
Actually,
I
never
think the
seen
story is that the studio split in two, so
Yeah.
they didn't have the official James Bond licensing sort of thing. So Sean Connery split out and he signed a contract to do that. Is it Never Say Never Again? One of those things.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's when they thought, shit, we need a new Bond. So as Connery did that, they got George Lazenby to do the, I've just said it, On Her Majesty's Secret Pleasure. And it turned out it was shit. And then they got Connery back.
Yeah, he was horrible. He did a horrible.
Do you know
job,
what?
mate.
That's not a bad movie. That is not. It's not one of the. That is
Movie-
Bond at his best. Bond at his best. Come on. I mean, how many women did he sleep with in that movie? 15,
Yeah,
16?
true.
It was awesome. That is Bond. That is Bond going, you know what? I'm just gonna pimp it up for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually don't know any of the old movies. I think
Oh shoot, guys, that was Sir X-Man, and he is running to the store. And when he comes back, I am going in on PGA one more time today.
with Sir X, I wanna be there. Maybe I'll
Calm
hit
down.
it a little bit early today.
Calm down, young Padawan. Your time will come, sir.
I'm up
time
for.
will come.
I'm definitely up for a game if it's there's one available after this.
It's you know what I heard? It's already filled up.
Hold on, did I hear
Ah.
animated is down after this?
Animated's down, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Me too.
I don't know about Flamish though. I don't know. Animated, it's up to you, bro. It's up to you.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
No.
It depends how nice he is to me.
Guys, it is amazing. Just to let you know, when it comes to a golf game, I will let you know my time in on this game already. I have over 7 days, 7 days
Jesus.
worth
Oh.
in game.
Jeez, that's
in game.
huge, man.
Yeah, okay, but I do want to say we're over 20 minutes AFK today, so you cannot subtract at least 1/3 or just being AFK.
Dude, I've played the career at least like 10 times already.
No, I'm joking. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you want, I got numbers, sir. I got numbers for you, Flamish.
Ooh, he's got
Okay,
the numbers.
I got the numbers.
No.
You know, all that's gonna change holiday 2021, right? When Halo Infinite drops, then that's gonna be my no life game.
Yeah, I think everybody
For the
will
foreseeable
jump over
future.
to check it out and see how it is and all the shebang about that game for sure. The game I'm also looking forward to, and I actually forgot. Oh yeah, it's the 40K version of Left 4 Dead from the makers of Vermintide 2 and Vermintide. I can't wait for that one. So
What game are you talking about? The
you mean
Dark
40k Warhammer?
Dark Tide? Yes.
Warhammer Dark Tide, yeah.
Oh,
The game.
when I heard Left 4 Dead, I'm like, are you talking like Back for Blood, like that?
Back for Blood's also a game, but I'll check it out. But the style looks a little bit different than what I'm used to, so I'll check it out for sure. I mean, if it comes in Game Pass, if it's buyable, maybe it depends on at the time if I buying any other games. Maybe Ratchet & Clank comes out by then, so I buy Ratchet & Clank instead, because that has more appeal to me as a person. We'll see.
Yo, shout out to Back from the Dead hitting up the chat, man. I gotta say, I the people in the chat absolutely amazing, by the way. But Back from the Dead said that he just finished a DSC raid with the clan mates. He's like, I hear Xbot likes Destiny, brother. I cannot wait for the new season this Tuesday. I didn't complete the season for the season I'm in now. I'm in like the 90 somethings. And I know I'm not going to complete it unless like I really grind for it. So it is what it is. But this next season coming up with their emphasis on Dreaming City again and stuff, man, I cannot wait. I will be going in to the Blind Well. Absolutely love the Blind Well and Dreaming City and kind of like farming for the weapons and stuff. So, yo, Back from the Dead, if you're going to be around, man, I will be on the Dreaming City. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get the season until probably the day after. I usually get paid the day after that season comes out. I get paid on Wednesdays, but I am down. I am ready to go for the new season, bro.
Also, Xbox, don't depend on us on golf, man. You're going for the long haul, so you better be there.
Brother, I can play golf and play Destiny. I'm multifaceted, bro. You didn't know that? I've been doing this for a while, man. I can manage. Okay.
Well, yeah, I play like 36 games at the same time, so I know what you're saying. I have an issue with ADHD gaming wise. Too much gaming, too much games out there, playing all at the same time.
Oh, dude, especially if you're a subscriber to Game Pass, it's like, yo, what do I play first? Like, it's just a huge library, man.
Yeah, and I got a Switch, goodness. I got a PlayStation 5, I got a VR headset, the Quest 2, I got my Series X, I got my PC.
Yo, careful, Flamish. Yo, in America, they call that a flex right there. You're flexing your gaming platforms right now.
You want to be careful.
I'm basically saying
that coffee table can't hold anymore.
Well, I'm getting an extra thing to put next to my coffee table so I can put all my games in there. So it's going to be a little bit more empty.
I already suggested what you do is you drill 4 holes into one of the panels of the PS5. You can put coffee table legs on that panel, slide it back onto the console. You got a coffee table that you can put like your Series X on and all that good stuff, man.
So what I just showed is basically that's my extra storage room right there, with my mic and my games from the 360 over there, my Halo statue.
Oh, you better be careful. You're starting to go vertical with stuff, man. I don't know. That's a sign right there. When you start going vertical, it means you're starting to run out of space, bro.
Yep.
Well, I need an extra closet over there. That's why I actually never like to go physical with a disc on Xbox. Also because I'm game sharing, of course, but that's another matter. But yeah, on the Xbox 360 I need to go physical if I want to buy cheap though, so.
Fair enough.
And it's very easy to get
silence.
That was silence.
It was a whole new day.
Let me put some chip tunes in there, guys, for you in the chat. Listen to some tip 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 tip.
Why not? Yeah.
But it's very easy, I was saying, to get a backlog, especially like before Christmas. You know, you had Watch Dogs and then, you know, Cyberpunk and Valhalla and Phoenix Rising, just game after game after game.
I still need to finish the last mission in Phoenix Rising. I'm just at the last mission, right? I still need to clear the map though, but I'm still waiting for Klaus to give me the DLC. As long as I don't have DLC, I don't want to complete the game.
So, speaking of backlogs as well, I game share with somebody who buys every time something goes on sale, he buys it.
Oh no.
Yeah. So games I've missed in the past, it's like, oh god, I've got that. Shit, I've got that. Oh my god, no, I need to play that. I have got on my own list something around 778 games. That doesn't include Game Pass or games with gold. It doesn't.
Correct.
It's just ridiculous.
Me too.
So I've got 1,000+ games. And do you know what? And when I look at it, I think, right, hide anything I finished. Yep. And you just look down at it, you think, me forever. I never know what to play. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, you've got too
It really
much
is.
choice. So what I can do about that Animated Evil, maybe a tip for everyone in the chat. If you have too much choice to play, just hide the games you have finished completely
I have.
that you never want to play again. So hide them from your library. You can always summon them back. Like, that's no problem. And also, what you do is install one game at a time.
I was just gonna say, when it comes to like single player games, only have like 1 or 2 single player games installed. So this way you're more than likely to get into those, complete those, and then, once you complete it, you take it off and add the next one in, possibly. But when it comes to multiplayer, I think that's where the hard time kind of like abounds, because you can look and see who's playing what, in their parties and the whole what's happening now situation. But multiplayer would probably take up most of my hard drive, If it wasn't for my awesome subscribers, my awesome friends that hooked me up with they hooked me up with Cyberpunk, Hitman 3, and Watch Dogs Legion. For people who don't know, it was my birthday in January, so people definitely hooked me up with games.
Happy birthday! Happy belated birthday, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. But But I had RG Viper hook me up with Cyberpunk for my birthday. I had Killer Scorpion hook me up with Hitman 3 for my birthday. And the Angry Otter himself, Dark Optimus, hooked me up with Watch Dogs Legion. So I have those 3 on my hard drive. And it's the Series S. So, there's not a lot of space there. You know what I'm saying? It helps me out, bro.
Yeah. For me, it's more like I needed to buy that memory card because I was installing games like all the time, especially all the Series X, like enhanced games, the Series Enhanced, like those together already filled up my entire Xbox. So it was like, whoops, I need more space. And now I have like 100 games to play on my Xbox. I'm still like,
Oh shoot, Cerebral Paul has joined the chat, and Cerebral, you missed the screenshot where Flamish was talking about beating your butt in golf, man. He even put the screenshot up and everything, sir.
Yeah, and also he is invited to the show, but did I send him the link?
Nope.
No, I forgot to send. Whoopsie.
I have DM'd you about that, to be fair, Flamish.
And you didn't send him the link in my stead?
Disrespectful, bro. Disrespectful.
Hey, whoa.
I didn't include him.
That's all right. You know what, Cerebral, if you are around Thursday, you can join us for the next podcast. How about that, brother?
Man,
Wow.
I'm so sorry, man. I'll make it run a little bit longer today. I'm sorry about that. I did include him in the Twitter message though. Man, sometimes I just forget stuff. It's I'm sorry. But you can still join if you want. There we go. This is gonna give you a handful.
You don't know. It's the sugar high that Flamish gets on. Once he's on that sugar high, like he'll forget other things. Eating so much candy throughout the day. That's just what happens, man.
He's there. He's here. Yep. There we go.
You gotta wait for the mic setup. Hold on. He'll chime in hard here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Cerebral, what is up, brother?
Here, can you see my picture really good?
Yep.
There you go.
Dude, you look like you just borrowed Aaron Greenberg's webcam, man. I don't know.
You like that? Yeah.
How are you doing, sir? How are you doing?
Hey, Paul.
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm supposed to be a panel member. Didn't even get an invite. Well, screw
But you didn't even message me.
Hey, I was busy doing other stuff, I know it's hard to believe sometimes I do have a life. Every once in a while,
Yo, Cerebral, one stipulation about being on this show is you can't lie to us, man. What are you talking about
I
having
don't
a
really
life?
have a life. I snuck in, okay?
Well, I'm glad you're here, man. A little bit late, my fault, but I'm glad you're
Yeah, it's Flamish's fault completely. Guys, you would have been entertained for hours if Cerebral was here from the beginning. This all-star cast would have been topped off like the cherry on a sundae.
Yeah,
but Flamish forgot. Yeah.
Man, smiling so
So
hard,
rude.
my things hurt my cheeks. Damn it. Sometimes that happens and I don't know why.
Because you're a happy guy, man. Let's be real. You are a happy man. And I think we are all happy gamers, knowing that we can get into a Xbox Live party with Flamish. Flamish is so innocent, yet so competitive when in
Yeah,
an
it is kinda
Xbox
funny.
Live party.
I think
It is-
yesterday was the first time I heard him drop the F-bomb like 23 times.
Well, every time I miss a hole, I shout the F-bomb or something else. Yeah, I'm like, ah! And otherwise I go karate shop, like, hiya!
Well, hi to you too.
He started getting me doing that as well, by the way, when he swings. But hiya! Like, I was like, yo, that actually works. Hold on, I might,
Yeah, it's like it's the rhythm. It's the rhythm of the hiya. You know? It's like, hiya!
Animated's like, you know what? I might try that at some point in time.
Maybe.
Clowns should do
Maybe.
Might
that.
improve his
Maybe
game.
indeed.
Might improve
Clowns
his game.
won't. Clowns won't
Oh,
do it.
come on, Paul.
He won't do it at all.
Wait, what? I didn't even what?
Okay, guys, I just did you fall asleep, buddy, over there?
A little bit, yeah. I sort of.
Am
I was,
I boring you? I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
Get
No,
him,
I was
Flemish.
listening
Get
to
him.
Xbot, and it resonated in my head, and I was just remember what Xbot said, and he said a lot of great things over the years that I'll never forget. That Microsoft should use the Ryzen chip, and that always resonated with me. And I was just thinking about that, and it took me way back to an old Crossfire we were on together, maybe like 5 years ago. He was like, "You shouldn't use the Jaguar chips. You should just use Ryzen chips."
Are you? What the hell is going on? I don't know what he's talking about. Like, what else are they talking about?
That was a great swing, Clowns. A great swing to get everybody confused and just take the spotlight off of you for a second and kind of move
Paul.
on. I see what you did there, brother.
Paul, I love the background, man. It looks like
I
you're
learned
that
already
from
where
you,
need to
but-
be.
No, I don't like to let people know how well off I really am. This is my view.
They're chilling at the beach.
It's a beautiful view, man. I hope you have a golf course over there so you can train in real life as well.
That is the golf course right there,
Is
by
that
the way.
where
Who knew you were out of Malibu? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where you and Sir X-Man hang out?
If you look closely, you can see Xbox balls in the water over there.
Oh,
Oh,
I have heard they are fairly big. So yeah, you can probably see them right over there. It's right over Cerebral's shoulders, man. Right there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try this by next week, but I basically have a background when I look at my stuff here. It's something like this, but it's all
Ooh.
backwards, or this one, but it's backwards. So I'm gonna try to flip it for next time, so I can have that. On
It
the
looks
show.
right for us. It looks perfect for us.
No, it doesn't. No, it
No,
doesn't.
do it again. Let me
Just
see.
his left.
You
Well,
can't do our brother like that.
Just look
Come
on
on,
my
man.
stream, right? When you look on my stream, it's backwards.
Yeah, you just need to flip the image.
I know, but problem is I need to wait till next week to get my.
It takes you a week to flip the image. Wow.
My Photoshop needs repayment, and it always comes
I
just
think
before
Google
my
allows
card
you to
gets-
mirror
Actually, you can probably flip
Sir-
it without Photoshop. You know,
Sir,
just like
Paint.net is free though. I just want to let you know
I'm
that
gonna do that right
Paint.net it's free.
So is Pixlr, Flemish. 2 options you have right before you.
Yeah.
Xbot uses one and I use the other, and we both make thumbnails.
I'm gonna do this right now. We will speak, and I will do this for us. Yes.
Guys, welcome to the Google podcast. Look at that.
Okay, the other night on Mav's podcast, Mav's
Wait, what?
after gaming
Oh.
show, we spent 2 hours working on technical difficulties. I was like, tech
I like
handicap
animated
guy.
Evil's background.
That's a background.
What is that?
Now that is a background.
Yeah,
It
what
is?
is that? Is that something on fire? Hey,
No.
you're muted.
What?
I'm
Muted?
muted.
He's not muted.
I'm not muted.
He was. I saw his lips moving, but he
Is that
wasn't saying
Tekken
anything.
or something?
Nope.
Division?
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
Looks real.
Everybody
I like it.
marvel,
Cool, isn't it?
marvel at the background.
I am
animated.
staring at that background. And you know what that reminds me of? I bet you a Ryzen chip could do that.
Yeah.
Clowns, where is this coming from, brother?
So let's see.
It's coming from a Crossfire episode from 5 years ago.
Save.
Clowns, you're just saying that we've been at this for a really long time. Is what you're putting out there, bro.
Oh, that we've been talking about for 5 years? Probably.
Yep.
In party chat, I think so. Right, Xbox? Has it been
Dude.
5 years?
We
Maybe.
talked about a lot in
Maybe.
private, party chats and stuff like that, and always non-private where anybody can join in as well.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to
Fair
tell
enough.
you guys something before I forget, because I am a little bit sleepy today because I didn't sleep that long this morning. But did you guys know that there's a stream on YouTube, right, in London, of a guy that just goes around on a double-decker bus, and he's not the driver, he's a passenger, and he tapes it, and he does 24-hour streams of this, and it's all rainy almost like all the time. And he has 350 viewers and something like 93,000 subscribers. And he just puts his stream on repeat 24/7 off a server. So he does I think a 12-hour stream and then just repeats it constantly since January 21st.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess
just
during
the
it.
same stream, 12 hours every time.
Yeah, and it's he doesn't talk,
And that's
right?
one
He just
time?
allows the sound. Yeah,
Yeah.
just allows the sounds of the bus, the rain, the traffic, the horns, just all natural city
Yeah,
sounds.
I guess because they're in lockdown, it would be refreshing for people to,
Oh, that's a good thought, Paul. I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
That's a very good idea.
Well, there
That's
are
probably
a
exactly
lot.
why I did it. That's probably exactly why I did it too.
There's a lot of things online.
All right, how do I change my background here, people? What's going
You
on?
go
Like,
to
what do
the
I got?
bottom. Okay,
you
so
have to
Xbox,
put
I'm
your camera
gonna
on
show
first.
you. Although no, I'm gonna do this the Flamish style. You know, the Flamish style is basically
What if you-
showing on stream how to do stuff like that. So you have those 3 arrows, right? The 3 dots
Three
on
dots.
the bottom.
3 dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go to background change. And they have
Where's
all
background?
these options. They have a
Sir,
plus.
I don't have background change.
Change background.
No,
Or you-
one,
change
two,
layout.
three,
you
four.
would have to be on camera to be. I think
Yeah.
change layout. I
Oh, those. I don't have my
Mhm.
camera plugged in. Sorry, guys. You're not gonna.
No, we appreciate that.
Wow.
We really do.
think. And I was gonna go with. We'd love to see your beautiful face. I was gonna go for a comment. A compliment. and
Well, apparently
Paul just-
Cerebral
Paul
Paul doesn't
Paul
like your
jumped
face,
straight in with,
Xbox.
no.
That's what I heard so far.
Animated. I appreciate you, brother. I just want to let you know that.
I know, dude. I know.
The other guys over here. they're.
I'm the
So
nice
how
guy.
about-
I'm the
how about
nice
that
guy in the
Ryzen-
community. Remember
Ryzen
that?
chip Xbox.
They're like wolves when there's blood in the air. But you, animated, are a decent
look,
human being.
Look, I am the nice
I
guy.
never
in the
claimed to be
community.
decent. I
I'm-
never.
I will always be polite, and I will always, give you a compliment. If you
Aw.
want to,
I have
so
a
if-
question for you guys. After your compliment to Xbot Animated Evil.
yes, sir.
Oh, I thought you had a.
No,
Oh, okay.
that was it. He was just saying
That was.
when he says something, he's going to compliment.
Oh, okay.
Which
Gotcha.
means he's not going to say anything for the rest of the show. But
So, do you think? Do
Try
you think it
something
would
new.
be successful if I rode around Florida, right? And I taped alligators, and I taped rural roads in Florida that had like dirt roads and orange groves, and like wildlife.
actually,
And
yeah, it
nothing
would.
else.
I think so. If you did it with you didn't do any talking and you got really good shots of stuff, I think people would watch it, dude.
Why not?
Maybe put dueling banjos in the background. Oh wait, no, that's Georgia.
Can I put like maybe like do an overlay of a candy trail and a like where's Flamish and hide them in like an orange tree?
Where's
Where's
Hey, that
Flamish?
could be a nice book. People would love that.
We have to pick 2 colors for your striped shirt, though. We got to pick what colors they're gonna be.
Orange. Wait, hold on. What's this candy? We got some orange in there, some pink, and white.
All right, I'm looking. Sir X-Man is not online yet. I just gotta make sure I don't miss out because I gotta let him.
I think Mr. Spooky Sprocket, because he's got up so early this morning, deserves his first round on golf if he's up for it.
Oh
Ooh,
shoot!
that's good.
Oh, actually, I'm not too. I'm. Very
Hold on, that mama rocks. Do you have the golf game? Because
Not yet.
Okay.
Damn it! I
Blacker.
can't wrap it in again.
Yeah.
My candy's ruined.
I do think Spooky Sprocket needs a.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
up for a round once I drop me kids to school. I've got to go drop them to school in
How
2
many
hours? I think.
2?
2 hours. Yeah.
Perfect.
And by
we can
drop him
stay
to
for
school
2
means
hours
he's
on the
gonna
show.
drive, and as he passes the school, he's just gonna push them out the door.
Yeah,
Push them out the door.
Tuck and roll,
Get out,
tuck
get
and
out.
roll. Yeah.
Got golf to play. Got golf to play. Out.
Yeah, I can't throw them like a boomerang because I'll come back.
No.
How does that work? No, seriously, Spooky Sprocket. How does that work? Because I've tried to throw boomerangs and they don't come back.
It's all about the angle you sort of get it on. I think I'm
Is it
pretty
not
sure.
something like straight? You throw it straight, like in at this, and then it goes
The-
like
the-
this.
The blade has to catch the wind, and then it turns it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to have it on a slight angle. You don't want to throw it directly straight because it's just going to go straight.
Yeah.
So you want to have
Something
a
like
bit of
this.
an angle.
Do you know what, Spooky? There was a get out clause there. You should have said it's a national secret. You can't fucking know.
Yeah. it's like
Oh.
asking me how to play the didgeridoo. It's a secret, you know.
I can play the
There you
didgeridoo
go.
with a vacuum
My-
cleaner.
My dad actually got me a didgeridoo.
Oh.
I don't have it with me, but my dad actually got me one.
I can
Oh,
play the
nice,
didgeridoo on my vacuum cleaner pipe.
Well,
I don't want to know what you do with your vacuum
Please.
cleaner, dude.
please elaborate.
Seriously.
Scary,
When
scary
I was
movie
younger,
right
when
there.
I was a young
Can we investigate
guy.
this, please?
When
Go.
I was a young boy, I heard the didgeridoo, and I tried to play it on like a long straight thing, and I found my vacuum cleaner, and I cleaned up the hole on the top, and I was like, so I tried to blow it.
Wow.
It actually worked. That's the funny part.
Wow. I don't know what else he was doing with that thing when he was a boy. Yeah.
No, don't go that far.
His mom yelling, "Where's the vacuum? Not it. Bring it downstairs. I told you, don't do
I
that."
told you I don't like being interrupted when I'm cleaning my room.
Let's bring conversation back a little.
That turned,
So-
Vader is
that
actually
turned
telling-
strange really quickly.
Vader is actually saying, I had a friend that would sleep with his didgeridoo. It's always great to have you in the chat, guys. and interacting with us. I really appreciate it, by the way. Also, we
Wait a
got at
minute.
the moment 11 people watching. So thank you all for coming.
Yeah,
of course.
6 of them are in the stream. No, I'm kidding.
Did you guys know that Paul was on the last issue of Star Trek? I just seen it.
Don't even start.
Look at this!
Okay.
Look at the background. He's in outer space.
Well, we can all be in outer space,
That's a good background. I like that.
We
It's
can
nice.
all
Yeah.
be in outer
Really good.
space if you want. I mean, I can be in outer space. Look at
Don't
the...
copy Paul. Bad Flamish.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, I'll be
What are you
Flemish.
doing?
He wants to be
Um,
like you, Paul. That's the problem.
Nobody
he
should
want-
want to be like me. Nobody should.
He wants to be like Xbox right now because he was told he has potential.
This is it, you see. This
Well,
It
I'm
is.
always smiling like Xbot's character over there, so I'm...
You always got like that grin on your face. Flamish, is that too much candy? Is that what that causes that?
No, it's just how I am.
It's a sugar
That's what they
rush.
call it. That's what they call a shit-eating grin, right?
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa,
Oh,
Taking a
Paul,
turn.
come on, where are you going? Did you come with the wrong bed, wrong leg? on the bed? No,
What you get for not sending me a link? There you go. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, so
Ooh.
now
I
you
think-
oh,
I think
forget
Flamish is
next week.
Side of the
forget
bed
next
you go of the good side of the bad side.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you sabotaged his golf stream by accident
Where
with certain things.
where is this button again? no, I would never do that.
Spooky, I wanted to ask you something since you're in Australia. Is it safe to go up to a lonely kangaroo and
No.
like?
Depends if you're wearing boxing gloves.
Yeah. It depends on what type of kangaroo. Like, you don't want to do that with a big red, which is our biggest. They will just box you and claw you. But if you get one of the little grey kangaroos, yeah, they're usually pretty fine. I mean, they can be a bit skittish, so they might just jump away from you, hop away from you, and that. So, but yeah, apart from them, yeah, you want to stay away from them.
Just sing Waltzing Matilda, you know.
Yeah.
Especially like you know, over the years, there's been people, they'll drive on the country highways over here, and the roos, like especially across the Nullarbor here, they literally, hundreds of them will line up on either side of the road. You feel like you're
Wow.
kind of going through like you know, the army's lining up for you, you know. And if they jump in your window, you're kind of stuffed, because they'll keep kicking with their legs, which are really powerful. They can do some damage if they get caught in there.
Yeah, they have sharp claws on their feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I saw a guy like box a kangaroo once, and they were thinking about Tekken, from Tekken back in the day, where you had a kangaroo to like with boxing gloves, and they called that out.
It's been done a couple of times. Of course, the guy has ended up second best. Generally.
And like here in Florida, we're legally allowed to buy a pet dwarf alligator, which grows up it grows up to 5 feet, but you have to buy it from a licensed exotic pet dealer. You're allowed to have one. In Australia, are you allowed to own any type of reptiles like alligators or crocodiles?
I'm pretty sure if you've got obviously a license, and obviously like you've probably all heard of Steve Irwin when he was alive. He has his own wildlife park, so of course he's got crocodiles, but not just your regular people. You can have a kangaroo though, you know, especially if you're nurturing one that's been injured and it can't sort of be released back into the wild, you know, because
Who's Steve Irwin? What the hell kind of question is that? That's the crocodile hunter. What the hell are you kids smoking?
Steve. What the hell was Steve Irwin?
His daughter Bindy's about to have a baby.
My
He's the
God,
crocodile.
really?
He was the crocodile hunter. He's
He owns,
the man.
did he own Australia Zoo? Didn't he? I think.
Yeah, he's still. Yeah, he's
family
his
still
daughter,
does,
his
right?
son, and he's.
Yeah.
wife still run it. Yeah, they all still run it.
He was one of the most renowned guys that knew how to deal with wildlife publicly. He could go up to alligators and crocodiles and all kinds of snakes.
He used to go to black tie events in his car keys.
Yeah, that's what his daughter was saying. I saw an interview with her, and she said, you know, if he would have been there for the wedding or for the birth of the kid, he always would have been in his khakis. That's just.
And he made world news. You've probably seen it. When his son was really little, he was actually in the alligator pen with his baby boy. Yeah. But, you know, he's experienced that, had him at a distance, so the croc wasn't going to get anywhere near him. Yeah. But just knew his stuff. And that's why it was such a shock and a shame at the end, the way he actually did go. Most people would croc would have got him.
Yeah,
it's
weird that it was killed by a peaceful creature by accident, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is. It really is. He was swimming with a manta ray, was it?
Yeah.
And the tail went. The tail accidentally, obviously, it didn't mean to. The tail went through his body, didn't it?
Went right through his heart.
How is that possible?
You know what a manta ray is, right?
Like a stingray,
like a stingray
fish, right?
Yep. So he was swimming with them, and its tail went through him as he was swimming with them. So,
is it that sharp that it actually goes straight to
you? Oh yeah.
It's sharp.
That's their defense mechanism.
Did it attack or something?
Nope.
He was just swimming with them.
Just swimming with them,
a little bit
too
fast against him, I guess. Then
it was just pure accidental. Yeah.
Wow.
He was swimming with manta rays, and its tail, as it was swimming, and he was swimming, it just straight through him.
He probably knew the risks of swimming with manta rays. Then I mean.
Well, he did, but you know, it was like you said, it was an accident. It was nothing he did. He didn't do anything wrong. You know,
No. He was just doing it for a documentary. You know, showing people, and he was studying them, and it just happened. It could have just been like he turned, and the manta rays turned at the same time, and the tails just got him. You know, so. And that was the end of him, unfortunately.
I didn't know. If someone has a video about that and want to send me that, so I can actually see.
You'll find it.
You just look up Steve Irwin. It's all over YouTube. Like he's
I'm disappearing.
He was famous.
I'm disappearing. I'm a ghost.
Wow. So, Flamish. What, are you going Back to the Future?
Oddly enough, there's a new Back to the Future film going on right now, and
it is.
Flamish is the subject, and unfortunately, the photo is. You got to do something, Flamish. You got to, I don't know, rescue
Me?
Yeah, you got to do something. You
better eat a piece of candy before you disappear.
No. So we got somewhat like. If you want to talk about one more subject or something before we end the show somewhat, it's almost 2 hours, so does someone want to talk about something else still?
Like what? What would you like to talk about, Flamish? What's on your mind other than you
disappearing? I don't have an arm anymore.
What's news in the Flamish world?
He was upset about something in the Flamish world last night.
Really? What was that?
I don't know if he talked about it yet, because I came on a little late. You were mad at Genshin Impact for being banned in Belgium?
Yeah! Just imagine, right? So Belgium is the leading role against loot boxes, right? We are really strictly against it as a Belgium society here in our country. And apparently they banned Genshin Impact in Belgium. We can't play it because loot boxes. We ban every game that has loot boxes. There are multiple games I can play, like Dragon Ball Legends on the phone can be played in my country. And Genshin Impact, I actually had to make an American account to play Genshin Impact. So I had to make a new account for PlayStation to just play that game, which is so weird and amazing at the same time. But yeah. It's weird, like they have to put in some rule maybe when you're minus 18 that you can get those games, but I think when I'm an adult that's almost 30 years old and I can play a game because they think it's gambling, I think there's a little bit too much control here. But hey, I can circumvent it, so actually I don't care.
As he
So
said
I
that on
don't-
stream. As he said that on stream.
I know. Somebody in Belgium's gonna watch this and report you to the
That
to the
doesn't
Belgian
matter.
media.
I just made a legal American account.
No, you mean this is what you mean. You mean when you came to visit America, you made an American account while you're in America, and it seemed to work, and it still works to this day.
Yeah, correct.
Yes, that's what you meant to say.
Down here in Australia, we've had for many years, like the classification board. There's been a lot of games over the years banned. They've gotten better the last few years, but I put on Twitter probably. I think it was even up to 2 months before the medium was releasing here. Initially, it was banned. It wasn't going to release here. They didn't
Really?
exactly. Yeah, they didn't exactly specify to us consumers as to what reason was behind that. There was a multitude, like from the game developers not filing something or not writing something on the forums and stuff properly, to that there was something in the game that they didn't like. There was just a whole heap of stuff getting around. But in the end, I think it was the 9th hour, the developers managed to get it through so Australians
Wow.
could actually play it. But like the original Manhunt back in the day, I remember, was totally banned. You had to buy it from outside the country.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was again. That was so brutal
That was
in the
such.
time.
That was such a good game, though. Come on, it was brilliant.
It was. It was.
Wrong all the way wrong. Snuff movies, but yeah, such a good game. So did you actually get a copy and play it?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
That's
And
really
it was good. I could, because of some of the stuff you can do in that game, obviously, I could see why in certain countries it would have been banned.
Yeah.
quite obvious.
Yeah, my go-to was the plastic bag and the sharded
Bag.
glass. That was my
Yeah.
favorite execution in that movie. Game, sorry.
Well,
Movie.
I do want to say in
I'm reading
that
something
time and date when the game came out, that was still very taboo-ish for games because it was that brutal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do think there was a call
It was-
made because they didn't
I mean-
explore gaming enough in the time.
I remember, like, especially with that title, and they, because they were always making a hoo-ha about it back in the day. I mean, they still do to a lesser degree now.
Oh,
You know,
China,
how
in China.
some games, they'd kick up a stink and say, oh, this is going to make people go out and think that they can do this for real, and they're not going to be able to separate game from reality and all this other hoo-ha, And so that's why gaming for so long, if you said you were a gamer, you got looked at funny.
Yeah,
Because it was just...
Just think of a game that came out a couple of years ago, Hatred. That was a game that was so controversial and was banned from Steam for like a day. They actually took it down, and then actually the creator of Steam, what's his name again? Gaben something?
Gabe Newell.
Gaben Newell, yeah.
Gabe Newell, yeah.
Our Lord and Savior Gabe Newell, praise die. He came out and he said that it should be reinstated because it's just an art form. Gaming is an art form and should be respected by everyone as an art form. So yeah, but there are always crazy persons around, and that's not only gaming. There are other things as well where there's crazy people.
And that's why I've always been of the philosophy. At the end of the day, it's the person. It's not the game. Well, that's just the way I've looked at it. It's up to the person to differentiate. This is a game. This is reality.
The thing is, like in gaming, you can do so much more than in other mediums. They give you the freedom to do stuff, right? You have the freedom to go kill someone in particular type of game that has you kill people, or let's say GTA, right? Best example. You can do a lot of different stuff in that game. You can steal cars, you can murder people, you can shoot people, you can throw grenades at people. You can look funny at cops and get shot immediately for no apparent reason. That's the thing. They were too aggressive, the cops. But yeah, that's one of those things that they were saying. It's because of gays that people do this and blah blah blah. They came up again, but now they basically, because of all the research that has been done, there's no real correlation between those. So we have
before
one
that.
more and
Before
more.
that, in the 70s and 80s, it was music and movies that caused people
Well,
to go.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just-
They're always trying to find something to blame other
Yeah.
than the person themselves.
Right. They're looking for a causal a cause factor, and sometimes they get tripped up. It has to be it. This has to be why. It's like,
It's
no,
not
it
only
doesn't.
that. What I've gathered from information that I've read about stuff like that, documentaries, like papers online or large articles and stuff that people have written, it's actually not only that. The reason that people blame something is because it's new. There's a like gaming was pretty new since the 80s, right? In the beginning, people thought gaming was evil. And some people still do because they're old, they don't know this new medium that's coming out, that's going on, and they are afraid of it, right?
Wait, you mean gaming's new? Is that what you just said?
In the
was
80s.
new in the 80s. And then the 3D stuff came around, and that was new. And yeah, people new, like older generations that don't know this stuff, right? Gaming. They think it can be scary for someone like that, right? Same
Yeah,
for
exactly.
us. If something later comes out where you can actually, I don't know, I cannot give an example of that, but if something comes out, we could be scared of it. Like, especially where social media is heading and stuff. It can be scary for a certain amount of people. I mean, there are documentaries already about selling information stuff.
It's like people who believe in the conspiracies that are going on, especially over here right now. They're looking for a way to make their reality work, and the conspiracies do that.
Well, it's the same with the coronavirus. People are thinking it's really the government that's instating it. There's a guy that I know, my old roommate, that actually does the same thing, and stuff like that. Yeah, and then you look at Bill Gates, and he actually gave an interview not too long ago. I will actually go to YouTube right now and give the link to you guys so you can watch that.
But
Because it's a really
ever
cool
since it
interview.
sort of like devastated the world, I've noticed there's been a lot of conspiracy theories thrown around, and it's just like, well, look at the number of people just dropping like flies. Is that not enough to realise that it is a real thing going on?
No,
and it
because
is
then they
affecting
say,
people?
well, look how many people died from the flu. That I'm like, the flu has a season. We've been dealing with this for a year straight now. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I
so,
have a.
Flamish,
I was going to say, sorry, clowns. I have a friend
Okay.
that his partner is a nurse. She works in operations and stuff like that, but she's been seconded to currently a COVID wing, and she is struggling with the amount of shit she's seeing right now. She is struggling mentally. He tells me every day, it's like, look, she's fucking.
Some of the people we game with work in the medical profession. You know, Sandy the hippie, who I know from the ambassador program, he watches my stream. He's in a ward that has to deal with COVID patients. He had one of them was disabled like me. He used to watch my stream. He enjoyed it. He passed away a few months ago because of COVID.
oh, I'm sorry, man.
So
Actually, it was
Sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
I'm
because of
sorry
the
to hear about
complication.
that, bro.
Yeah, I hate to say, let me correct that. He was so frustrated, he basically, from what I understand, he took his own life because he was stuck in that hospital and you know, no visitors, no nothing, and a lot going on. So,
And see, that's another. If it doesn't like get you itself, that I mean, the mental torture that it has on people because you have to, you know, lock yourself away from that world. You know,
I literally haven't left my house in a year. Seriously, guys, this is my social life.
Yeah,
This is it.
and that's the thing. If someone hasn't got, which there is people out there due to their internet connections and that, they haven't got access to talk to people during these times. That's where they're getting into their own head and alone with their own thoughts, and that can be dangerous.
Well, I can tell you that I caught COVID, It was January 3rd, and it affected me greatly because I do have other medical conditions as well, and like my immune system is so hyperactive that it attacks itself, right? So initially they thought that COVID wasn't gonna affect me. They thought that my immune system was gonna be able to overtake it, and it seemed that way up until day 8 when my body started taking like a turn for the worse. So my doctor got me into a program with Eli Lilly. I was very, very lucky. He got me into an experimental trial program for monoclonal antibodies. Ooh. And it was an infusion that took about an hour. It's cloned white cells and only know how to attack COVID so that my body can build up a resistance while these, man-made cells fight it. And after 3 days of that, my breathing went back to normal. And the major symptoms of COVID started disappearing. Like slowly my taste came back, slowly my smell came back. But the one problem that I still have to this day that I'm not over from COVID is what they call like long COVID lethargy. And because I have narcolepsy, it's amplified my narcolepsy like 10 to 12-fold. And things that were easy for me to do, like I could drive maybe 30 minutes, no problem, 45 minutes, no problem. Now, if I drive like 5 minutes and the sun hits my eye, I just feel so sleepy. It's terrible. I don't know, what the recovery time is going to be for me because I do have narcolepsy. My doctors are not sure either. And it's like everything that they've given me for narcolepsy in the past never worked either. Like they've given me everything from Xyrem, which is government grade GHB to sleep at night to try and help put me in a REM state. It didn't work. They tried Adderall, Dexedrine, they tried Ritalin, they tried all the heaviest government grade maxed out milligrams that they could try. They went up to like 35 milligrams twice a day on most of the stuff and nothing worked. So I'm at a loss with this. I'm kind of screwed and I'm stuck at home most of the time until hopefully I go back to normal levels of narcolepsy. Otherwise, Flamish is going to hear a lot of songs and party chat when I'm half asleep. I don't realize it.
Well, first of all, that's I know a little bit about that, Clowns. You already told me. So we'll hope it gets better, man. I'm really hoping it gets better after a while. Time will tell. There's nothing else we can say about that. Also, I put a link in the description below and in the chat about that Bill Gates interview, because I think it's a really important interview that everyone should watch. I'm not going to say what it's about, just watch it. It's a really good interview. Do it. It came out 6th of February, so or the 4th, stuff like that. So I do want to say we're at the end of the show.
Hold on. I gotta say something. We were talking about video games, just talking about the 80s, everybody being afraid. Now let me tell you real quick before we get out of here. The reason why everybody was afraid in the 80s is because of that lady that was in Washington, and she was afraid of heavy metal, and she wanted all those things put on the record labels because she felt and she led this theory that heavy metal caused people to become satanic and do all kinds of crimes. You ask Jay about this. He lived through this generation, and it was just, and Paul probably remembers it too. It was just really ridiculous crap. And once that started snowballing effect, then Mortal Kombat came up, and it says, kids are killing people and ripping out each other's heads in Mortal Kombat. They're going to become sociopaths if we allow this. And it just went on from there, and it was a snowball effect. But the first video... What's up, Paul?
Real quick, what they didn't understand is I went home to do that kind of stuff, so I didn't kill people in real life. It's like, seriously. I would load up like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter and blow the crap out of the Empire for like an hour and a half after work. It's like,
it's true. No, it's definitely true. People, APB, people used to play that like in the early 80s too,
Oh, APB, man, I played it so much.
Ram people over. Yeah. But the first video game was possibly created in 1958 called Tennis for Two, featuring moving graphics on an oscilloscope that worked on a CRT.
Yep, it was the basis of Pong. It was the basis of Pong, actually.
So as long as it remained very plateau and very fine lined. It was okay.
Yeah, so we're a little bit violent, then we're like, no, like me now. No, there goes my other arm. Ah.
Wow.
See,
All
I
right,
think
guys,
it's
check
time
this
before
out.
I fully disappear, guys.
Carmageddon did that for me too. Running over.
All right, yo, Flamish, rest of the panel, it has been an absolute blast hanging out with you guys. I just got the party invite from Sir X-Man, so
Oh, I'm gonna
it is
join.
time for me.
5 minutes.
It is time. Huh?
5 minutes.
Well, let me get in there and let them know, so this way, you know,
Yeah.
I'll let them know that other people are coming, and we don't get too crazy, okay? But yo, guys, it has been an absolute blast. I always, me and Cerebral, we are together a lot playing golf and stuff like that. So I'm used to him. You know what I'm saying? But,
Wow. I don't know how to take that. I don't know.
but
Well,
nah,
shit,
yo,
okay.
it's been an absolute blast, yo. Spooky, it was great talking to you. Animated, we gotta game more, bro. We gotta game more. We got one under our belt. We gotta get more in here. I know we have crazy.
We do.
We got time differences, man, but we can get past that, brother. We can get past that.
We can, sir. We can.
Xbox.
We really can.
Where can people find you?
In your backyard right now. No, just playing. Just playing. Yeah, guys, if you want to check me out, you don't know who I am or anything like that. I am a small YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Xbot448. So you can just type that in and check it out. It is the home of the next podcast. It is the home of the Series X podcast as well. But if you want to check me out on social media, all you have to do is type in Xbot448, especially on Twitter. That's where I am mostly, where, you know, talking games, talking jokes, stuff like that. That's where I like to hang out with the community. But yo, Flamish, it was a lot of fun. Thank you for sending me the link. Clowns, I hope you're not sleeping right now. And
X-File, hold on, were we just talking about the Ryzen chip?
Yo, guys, on that note, I am out of there. Yo, thank you so much, and I will see you guys on Xbox Live. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See
Do you know what? It's been an absolute pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So for our other guests, Spooky.
Yeah.
Tell
You can
us.
find me. You can find me on Twitter at SpookySprocket_gaming. And you can also find me on Twitch, same handle as well. I stream my games and doing a couple other streams, working on a couple other streams on Twitch there. So, yeah, you guys can find me at both spaces.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say thank you for inviting me on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure talking it up with you guys, Flamish, Clowns, Paul, and Animated Evil.
Yeah. If you
Oh,
want to
you're
be
very welcome,
back,
sir.
just send me a message and I'll invite you again when you want. It's always nice to have more people on. So
Will do, mate. Will do. I've had a very good time.
thank you.
Yeah, we'll have the game together sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Get that golf on. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely hit me up on Xbox as well. So
Yeah.
definitely.
So Paul.
What?
I know it
Oh.
was a short show for you.
What?
I know it's a short show for you, and I'm very sorry for the link. I did put you in the Twitter message so people can know that you were on the show.
Yeah, that I saw, but it doesn't do me any good without the link. You know.
Just next time, message me if I forget, because I do forget stuff. I'm a
Yeah,
forgettable
we've noticed.
person.
Yeah, we've noticed.
I've
You
like
forget people are
dementia.
supposed to be on the show. You forget, you know, whatever.
Yeah, sometimes I have like dementia light. It's like when my father tells me, sometimes I have dementia light. So
Dementia light.
Is that like a new sports drink? I don't know.
Drink Dementia Light. Forget what you want to forget. Remember what you don't want to remember. Yeah.
No, so where can people find you, Paul?
People can find me on Twitch at Cerebral Paul, and on Twitter Cerebral Paul 1, and on Xbox it's Cerebral Paul 921. Love all those numbers. Fun times. And as a matter of fact, and then Every Wednesday, I'm on Midweek Gaming. This Tuesday, I will be on Gaming After Dark with Noof. And then every Sunday, when he remembers to send me the link, I'll be here.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. From
Yep.
I didn't exclusively tell people, but he's actually now a full panel member. So we got the second panel member, and Clowns is like at the moment guest panel member. Like he hasn't been fully given the green yet because he hasn't.
Thanks, Flamish.
Wait,
The green
you
yet.
You have to give the green. He's making you pay to be a panel member. Holy crap!
Oh, man.
Oh no, not
How
like
mu-
that. I'm sorry.
How many bills does he have to have in that
Oh,
suitcase?
That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. But okay. Let's move it on. So Clowns, so can people find you, man?
Yeah.
They can find me on the Flamish Experience when I get the green light to be a panel member. So until then, I'm not sure where people can find me, but maybe hanging out in golf. So yeah, see you guys later.
Okay. Yeah. For guys with quarters. For GQ TV. Okay. Animated Evil. where can people find you?
Hello. So you can find me on Twitter, animated_evil. Find me on Xbox, so you can play with games with me anytime you want. Animated Evil 857. You will find me here every Sunday, because I'm lucky enough to get the invite rather than Paul
my
didn't.
God.
I'm lucky enough to get the invite today, so we're all good.
I'm not gonna
You
be
can
the
find
end of
me
this.
with Paul on Wednesdays at Midweek Gaming, and every Friday and Saturday I co-host a community game night. So if you're interested in that, just hit me up. You'll find it all the details on Twitter, and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Flamish, for inviting me on again. Where can people find you?
Well, first of all,
Hang on. Before you do, Mr. Paul,
Yeah.
well, I do have a promise for you to play a game. Would you like
Yes.
to try that tonight?
Yeah. We can do that
Yeah.
while the Super Bowl's on in the background because I don't need to watch it. That
So,
closely.
we are going to play A Way Out together. You can find us on Paul's stream
Yep.
on Twitch, hopefully. If you all
Yeah,
want
when do
to
you-
join on
When do you
and
want to
watch
start
us,
that? When do you want
we'll
to
do it-
start that?
we'll do it after this.
okay, so you're
Oh,
gonna.
okay.
I'll
We'll
tell
do it.
Xbox. I'll tell
How about
Xbox
we-
that you're going over there then.
How about we
Maybe.
do it in like 45 minutes? That way I have time to.
Okay,
that all right?
That's fine. That's
That'll work.
I do owe Paul that game. I really do. So
Yeah, we've been trying for a couple of weeks. Well, if your connection's working, so we're good. So,
my
yeah.
connection's fine. Anyway, join us there. People in the chat come across.
Yep.
Flamish, where can we find you, sir?
So people can find me over here on the Flamish Experience every Sunday at 2 p.m. EST or 7 p.m. UK time, which is 8 p.m. on Central European time as well. And don't forget, you can find me on 4GQ TV together with Clowns. We do some news shows. We have some reviews going on. We do need to do more reviews, but I'm getting there. Easy, like it's the beginning of the year, second month, but we're easing it in. Just came back a couple of weeks ago, so I'm doing a little bit slowly, you know. And yeah, for the rest, you can find me on Twitter, of course. Gregory Goivart. I'm saying it like Clowns. It's not how I normally say, but you can also find everything in the description below. Also, that video that I talked about from Bill Gates. Watch that video. It's really great, informative piece about coronavirus and that he actually predicted this over 5 years ago, that there will be a pandemic of a virus coming if we don't deal with it. So yeah, I would say I want to thank you all for coming, especially you, Spooky Sprocket, Paul, and Animated Evil, of course. Animated Evil, you don't have to say thank you anymore every week. I know you want to do that to be polite, but
I am going to do it every single week because I am the polite guy. I am the polite English guy in all the lobbies and everything. So I thank you.
Well, I'm just glad I gave you the opportunity to come on the show, and then you actually grow. So that's awesome, man. To see you going out to other shows as well, and giving you that potential to become something yourself. So that's cool. And yeah, you can. I'll see you all next week, same time, of course. And don't forget, guys, always be positive and stay happy. I'll see you all next week. Bye.
See you soon, peeps. Ta-ta.
Y'all later.
See you all later.